Hey guys, I just sat down on this laundry basket, and I haven't sat on a laundry basket in this spot in like a year, and the laundry basket's broken since I've last sat on it, and I didn't realize it until just now. I've always sat on this laundry basket. See the crack? Well, because of this crack, it's not as stable as it once was. My poor laundry basket. Okay, so this super fancy here. Okay, I'm gonna have to balance myself a little better or get a chair. Maybe I'll get a chair. That'd be the smart thing to do, right? All right, I finished another book, and this was a little bit of a longer book. It took me over a week to listen to it. Now, I love to read. I love reading so much. It's one of just my most favorite things to do. And I got back into reading a ton when I was nursing my kids like 8 years ago. Unfortunately, life just doesn't allow a lot of time for me to sit down and do nothing, but to read. Not that reading's doing nothing, but to sit down and do it. So I've discovered audiobooks. I've talked about this in a previous video where I use Libby, which is one that links to my county library, and I'm able to check the books out for free. I do have an Audible account, but it is a little, it's $15 a month, and you only get one book for that price, and I don't know. I prefer the free one because then you can power listen and it's free. So the one that I recently read is Pieces of Her by Karin. Very, very interesting last name for the type of book that this is. I have since found out, because I went to search what her last name was online, that Netflix is going to be turning it into a series. So that's cool because I really enjoyed it. So it was a bit, like I said, it was a bit of a longer book. I think listening wise, it was just if you pull it up, I pulled it back up on the app after that, and it said it was 16 hours. I don't know how long it actually took me because I listened to it at 1.25. So not really fast, but just a little bit faster. One is just too slow for me. Obviously, I'm kind of a fast talker. 1.5, I find myself missing parts, but 1.25 is perfect. So I listened to that, and it starts, so the book is explained in 2 different time frames. So you flip-flop between the chapters between the present and 30 years prior, present 30 years prior, present 30 years prior. So you go back and forth. So you're getting the present, she's kind of trying to figure out the story that you're getting in the past. So as she's piecing it together, you're getting parts of the past, and you're able to kind of piece the past to the present and back and forth. So it's really cool in that sense. It does take a little bit more. There's some books I listen to that require minimal attention. This one's on a scale of 1 to 10. It's a 5. You don't really have to pay super close attention to it, but it's also not one where you can walk out of the room for 5 minutes and come back and nothing's changed. So, it just talks about the relationship of a mother and a daughter. The mother, is basically not at all who her daughter thinks she is. She lived a much different life before she had her daughter, compared to the life that her daughter's familiar with. So you learn about basically mom's history, and it was all brought up. I think that this is in the description of the book, so I don't think I'm giving anything away, but it was all brought up because of the way she handled a situation with an active shooter. So, it's really interesting. It's a good book. It's a book that, because it is just a little bit longer, it gives you really fall deep into the book. So I like that a lot. Whereas some of the shorter ones, say a 5-hour read. It's funny because I should know page numbers, but no, I can tell you hours. A 5-hour read, you listen to it, you're like, oh, that was really nice. And you can listen to it in just one day when you're power cleaning your house or something. Versus this one where it's okay, I'm driving and now I'm working or whatever, and I'm able to listen to it, or I'm, doing the dishes and stuff like that. So it was a really good book. I would highly recommend it. I'm looking very forward to Netflix doing their it looks like it's going to be a series. I didn't see any release dates. When I Googled it, Netflix said that it was, it gave me to a site on screen. So I just went into my Netflix account and it didn't show up. So I don't know when it's going to be released, or if it's really going to be released, but it seems legit. So it would be pretty cool if, I could watch it now. It's fun to read books and then watch it. So I wanted to share that with you guys in the event that you enjoy doing the same. It's really fun to compare and contrast the the books to the, you know, the movie or the series. If this is going to be a series, I think it'd be really neat. So, what else do I want to say about it? It wasn't that suspenseful. It's definitely like a mystery type of a novel, but it's not crazy suspenseful where you're just like, oh my gosh, like this is stressing me out. It didn't ever do that. I could see though how like in like a series, it could be very, very, very stressful and like suspenseful, and you know, you're on the edge of your seat. So yeah, I would give it, I need to come up with like a star rating, even a book club, that would be fun. But I would probably give it I would say like a 7 out of 10. Like it was good. I wouldn't like, I want to watch the series, but I don't know that I wouldn't read it again. So not saying that, okay, in the book's defense, very few things have I ever reread. So usually I'm just like, all right, what's next? Anyways, that's it. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye.